Some Alberta school authorities are exploring how elements of a response to intervention approach can enhance student success. Response to intervention was introduced into American federal education policy in 2004 and has been widely adopted throughout the United States. Although the American model tends to be a step-by-step process, Alberta schools are using the elements of RTI in more flexible ways. RTI gives schools a different way of thinking about how they can ensure all students receive the support they need to achieve success. RTI is based on the pyramid model of interventions. American models typically use Tier 1, 2, and 3. Alberta schools use the pyramid to show how many students might require instructional interventions at the different levels of intensity, or to show the intensity of supports, or to show where the supports and services might originate. However you describe it, the basic premise of RTI remains the same when schools create positive learning environments, provide high-quality instruction, gather meaningful data about how students are doing in the classroom, and have high expectations for all students. More students will be successful learners. RTI is based on a range of strategies and supports. For example, some schools are using a school-wide approach to positive behavior to create safe and supportive learning environments so teachers can teach and students can learn. At the heart of any RTI approach is quality instruction. Differentiated instruction and access to flexible learning resources and technologies are essential elements of an RTI approach. These need to be available for all students, from kindergarten to grade 12, across all subject areas and learning environments, so the majority of students have the support they need to be successful learners. An RTI approach assumes high expectations for all students. With the right strategies and supports, all students can be successful learners. An RTI approach is a problem-solving approach. It gives schools a structure for thinking about what evidence-based strategies and supports will make the most difference to groups of students and individual students. Data-informed decision-making is key to an RTI approach. Data is typically gathered for 3 different purposes. At school level, to determine if all students are making expected academic progress. On individual students who are identified as working below expectations, to find out what the student can and cannot do, and then to select the most appropriate strategies to support this student's learning. Once instructional interventions are in place, schools collect data on students' learning over time, sometimes called progress monitoring, so that instruction can be adjusted until the student achieves success. Data can also be used to plan professional development to enhance staff capacity in responding to the different learning needs of their students. An RTI approach can help schools identify those students who require more intensive instructional interventions, either for the short term or long term. What needs to be different for these students is the intensity of the intervention. To increase the intensity of interventions, schools can make changes to size of instructional groupings, amount of scaffolding provided, how long or how often direct instruction and guided practice occurs. The RTI approach is an approach for schools to rethink how they organize and deliver instruction, use classroom assessment, and allocate resources to ensure all students are successful learners. For more information on supporting every student, visit the Alberta Education website.